Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with the man who gets 100% credit for getting me on Business Insider. I should say getting us on Business Insider, Olivia and I. Todd, thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. I'm happy to share the knowledge and all the stuff.
Awesome. Well, hey, one thing you didn't warn me about, so thank you for that, was apparently Business Insider tagged me on Facebook, right? And if you don't know Business Insider, they give you a headline, they give you a picture, and then I don't know, 100 words, and then you got to pay for the article, right? And the article was, I don't know, 1,000 words. So it's a pretty long article. And the Facebook world took off. By the time I saw it, I think it was at 11:30 in the morning. He'd been out for 3 or 4 hours. There was 350 comments. I'm like, wow, cool. So I jump in and shocked at the nasty comments. First, I'm so happy that Olivia never saw it, hopefully never does see it. So if you guys are watching this and know Olivia, don't you dare tell her about this. Not cool, not cool. Second, it was very clear that nobody read the article, right? They talked about, one guy called me a hedge fund, or called us a hedge fund. One of them talked about, must be nice to come from money. Just all these nasty things that, we took great care. That article was meant to inspire people to do the work. Nothing in that 20-year journey or that article was easy or fun. It wasn't get rich quick. How many times I was called slumlord and you don't even know me, it hurt for the first 5. And then I'm like, you guys just want to bitch because you saw a number of 100. And, it was eye-opening. I wasn't ready for it. I knew there would be some hate, but I assumed there would be kind of 50-50. There was no goodness. I think there was one person that made a joke about get your popcorn ready for the naysayers or something, but 99% of the comments were A, they didn't read it, and B, somewhere between nasty and painful. It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, what they did was they read a headline, and the headline showed, $100,000 a month. And they think that because of that, you must be evil and greedy. Dude, I had a comment one time, literally said that I should be tied to a post and shot. I actually read that comment on on one of my YouTube videos, just showing all those mean comments I've gotten. And what's crazy is people who are saying that because I've saved money, they're like, saving money is an act of violence or whatever. They're calling for actual violence. They're calling for my execution. So yeah, my wife saw some comments on our stuff and was bawling for hours. So yeah, if you're out there and you're listening and you have a partner and you get in the media, don't let them read the comments. And it is unfortunate because it should be motivating. It should be educational. But people, they'd much rather complain about why they don't have what you have. They'd much rather sit around and mope instead of doing the work. And it's really easy to hate on someone, but rest assured, you will never, ever be criticized by anyone who's doing better than you.
Yeah.
Or more successful people, or people who are more successful than you aren't going to be hating on your stuff. So they're all a bunch of losers.
Yeah, it was pretty, it almost got comical because it was 350. And I went back later in the day knowing that you and I were going to talk to them. There was 700 of them. And they're all just hateful things. And again, if you actually read the article, my whole goal of the article on purpose, hours of my life, was meant to inspire you to get started, do the work, make your life better. Nothing in our journey was easy. 15 years, sacrifice for 10 years. Shame on you for saying such mean, nasty things.
But I think that's the thing, right? So nobody is upset that Beyonce can go make $40 million by being beautiful and singing and dancing, right? And I don't want to take anything away from Beyonce. She's an incredible entertainer. But it's because
she's amazing.
Right. But people understand that they are not going to be Beyonce, right? They could be Michael Zuber.
No question.
They're making the choice every day to not be Michael Zuber. And that hurts them. The knowledge of that is too painful for them to accept. If they're broke and they're, up to their eyeballs in bad debt and not living the life they want, they could choose to do what you are doing. but they're not choosing it. So they're going to hate on you. It's easier for them to look at someone who's just like incredibly beautiful or talented or whatever, who's going to make millions of dollars because of that, because they accept the fact that that's not them. But when you hold up a mirror saying, hey, here's how I did it, here's how all of you can do it, all it does is show their own reflection that, oh, I've chosen this life. And I don't want to believe that. So I'm going to have to tell that you are evil and greedy and you must have X, Y, Z.
Yeah, it was, I got to tell you, I think if Olivia saw even half of those comments, she would make me shut down the YouTube channel and freaking go crawl under a rock. She's like, that's it. You're done.
What was the worst one? What's the worst one that you can think of?
Oh, I don't know. They were all bad. All between greedy, arrogant. I don't think anybody said I should die. So that's good. Nobody was calling for murder. At least none that I saw. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, it was, I didn't expect it, but I mean, I guess I get it, right? You just see a headline, you're upset because you don't have this or that. I guess I get it, but read the damn article. Right. And there's nothing in our story that others can't do. You can choose to make more money. I know it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. You can choose to live on less. I get it. In the article, we went from spending everything to 50%. That is not easy for anyone. It is a conscious decision to create and save. If you can't do 50, great. Do 10, do 20. And then I looked at my market every day. I have a tight buy box focus. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it was very disappointing.
The problem with a headline is that it's something catchy to intrigue you, but then yes, if people don't read the article, and this won't be a video about, well, okay, I'll just tell you an example that I saw recently. I saw a headline and it was like anti-vax teacher dies of COVID, right? That was the headline. Okay. If you read the article, you find out this teacher was vaccinated, like both shots, right? So now all of the comments who didn't read the article was like, this dumb idiot didn't get the shot. Of course they're dead. And it's like, no, they actually got it. It's just buried in the article. And I don't think, I mean, Business Insider wasn't doing this to be, sneaky. They're like, oh yeah, this is a good headline. It's a good title. It'll get clicks, which of course it did. But if people don't read the article, they don't understand how you got there. They don't understand the actual data. So
blood, sweat, and tears, right? Sacrifice.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was. And the best thing I go back to, I think we've had this conversation about players and spectators. Everybody who made a comment that was negative and mean and hurtful and spiteful on purpose, you're spectators. You are booing LeBron James or Steph Curry because they wear a different jersey. Okay. If you read the article, all you're going to see is, okay, he's a player. He's won a couple rings. And oh, by the way, he's telling me everything he did. Go stand in the corner, take 100 shots, go dribble with your left hand, go do this, go do that. It's your call if you want to do it or not. But yeah, I want to deal with players, spectators boo, especially drunk, drugged out people in their mom's basement. I'm just not going to deal with them. So it's kind of crazy. So thank you for warning me about that. I had no idea this was coming, but I should have known.
Sorry.
Yeah. Again, let me say this one more time. If you happen to know Olivia, don't you dare tell her about that Facebook post. I don't want her reading any of those things. So Todd, how can people find you? Because you are all over the place inspiring millennials because you made work optional before 30, which is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I can be found on Instagram at Todd J. Baldwin or on YouTube, just Todd Baldwin. And hoping to hear from you guys.
There you go. Thanks, bud.